Hey everyone, I'm going to talk a little bit about cardstock today and show how to do a cutout of different characters using cardstock and layering them together with glue and everything. Last year I did a Alice in Wonderland theme for my daughter's first birthday that turned out really neat. So I have leftover examples that I wanted to show you. I did the March Hare and the Mad Hatter. They had like a little tea party and I had teacups made and everything. And they're just cardstock glued together. It's nothing too difficult. The design I'll be showing you in the studio is the Mad Hatter. And he is just a black piece of paper. And then you cut all of these individual colored pieces and then just piece them on, glue them down, and that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and we'll head over to the studio and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, let's get into the studio. I've got mine open here. And then let's go to Google, show you how I found the image. I just typed in Mad Hatter outline, go to images, and I use the second one right here. And when you're finding an image, you just want to make sure that you have a good quality one like this. It's not blurry or pixelated. You got the nice clean straight lines because we're going to be tracing it into the program, and getting the straight lines makes it much easier to cut. So you just want to save this to your computer. I did save image as, saved it in a Silhouette folder that I have. I went ahead and put them right here. So once you've got them saved, just go back into your studio, hit File, Open up the Mad Hatter. We'll make them bigger, easier to see. Okay, now we want to do the tracing. So go up here, we'll hit Select Trace Area, highlight the whole thing, and you want to make sure that every black part is completely highlighted with the yellow. And because this is pretty basic, it really pretty much already got all of it, so I didn't even have to mess with the high pass filter or anything. You would raise this up to fill it in more yellow. And we'll hit the trace button because we want to make sure that we get all of those inside lines traced as well, and not just the outer edge. This part we're done with, so you can go ahead and delete it. And because it copied or traced the text that's at the bottom of the photo, we're going to have to right click on this and click Release Compound Path, which turns it into each own individual little piece. So we'll go ahead and zoom in and we'll delete all of this right here that we don't want. Okay, and zoom back out. And now this outer outer line that goes all the way around him, you can just go ahead and pull this right over here. Now this is going to be the solid black piece of paper that I showed you earlier, that all these colored pieces are going to be glued on top of. So that piece will be black. So what you need to do is go through here and you can color him in, fill him with different stuff, decide, what you want to have him look like, and then you get an idea of what he will be when you're finished and everything. But the important part that you have to remember is that when you're doing something like this, let's see, the areas of the cookie, his eyes, his inside of his ear, and then the price tag have to be made into a compound path, because here I'll show you. When you go into, let's say, his eyes and his ear, we'll select this inner part of his face. We want that part to be like a skin color, and when it's not a compound path like that, you get this, and you want this inside and this part to be black. So you'll want to make sure that when you go to cut, you make this a compound path. So we'll go in close. We'll select this, this, and this. And you hold down the shift key to select more than one. Right click, make compound path. So now you can see what it will look like when you cut it. So when you do cut this part, this piece right here, and then this piece that goes around, you'll just throw away. And then like this inner part will be white for his eyes. And then you do the same thing with the price tag. You'll want to make that a compound path because you're going to want the 10 and the 6 to be black. And then it's the same thing with the cookies. right here in his hand. So once you filled all that in, make those parts a compound path, this is what it will look like. I went ahead and already did it. So when you go to cut, you'll just pull all of these individual pieces. You'll cut the black, and then you'll want to cut all of these colored pieces and group them together kind of like this. So you'll cut all your light green, cut your dark green, your white, and etc. So once you've got all the pieces cut, then all you gotta do is get some glue and just start, piecing them together like a little puzzle, and you'll have yourself a Mad Hatter. It's pretty easy. You can do it with pretty much any image from Google, flowers, other characters. I've been working on a Mickey Mouse design for my daughter. I'm actually gonna cut this right here. It's going to say Robin's Clubhouse. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I'm going to record some of that, and then I'll show you some more examples of some Mickey characters that I've made. Alright, here I am just getting it cut out. I'm doing that Robin's Clubhouse part. I sped it up for you so you're not bored watching me cut it. I just used the cut settings of the Silhouette recommended, regular cardstock. Weed out the letters, pull them all up, and then you just glue them down to the black background, and you're pretty much good to go. So I hope that made sense. I do all that in the studio, and I have some more examples that I was going to show you. I have been working on her Minnie Mouse stuff I was telling you about. Here's some photo props I made, doing the exact same thing with the cardstock. I found these images on Google, traced them, cut them out, glued them together, put them on little sticks. Minnie. I did that. I also have done, let me grab it here. I also did this one I'm really excited about. I don't know if you can read it all, but it's going to hang on the front door for her party. It's got her name on it and everything, and it's all cardstock. I cut all the letters and glued it all together, same thing. I also did, you can do little cutouts to make little banners. I'm going to be hanging these up at her party. And then I also did a cutout of this. I don't know if you can read it. It says pin the bow on Minnie. And then I cut all of these tiny little hair bows for all the kids to use to play the game. And then the next thing that I'm going to be doing for a tutorial is I'm going to talk about print and cut, which is a lot different than just using the cardstock like that. But I made all of these little printouts of the characters. So this is just copy paper printed and cut through the Silhouette program. And then I also did a print and cut with these. They're, focus. They're little, I'm going to put them by the food, little, I don't know what to call them, food signs, I guess. But the white part with the text and everything is the print and cut, and then this is just cardstock that I glued it on top of. So for the next tutorial, I'll teach you how to do this. So I hope it helps. If there's anything, if you have any questions, let me know. I'll try and answer them. And if there's anything else you want to see, just, comment below, and I'll try and make a video for it. Thanks for watching.